Well, Darren, I guess the overriding emotion standing here right now is one of relief.
Not really. We've battered them. Can't be relief. We just can't find a way of keeping clean sheets. We just keep giving away ridiculously bad goals, and that's what happened again today.
What was your feeling? Because it almost happened just before when Butler picked up the yellow card. I know there's maybe a foul on him in the build-up, but two real big errors in the build-up to the goal.
The Butler one, he's been fouled and the ref's not seen it, and then he's fouled the boy. But that, the goal's so easy to defend, I feel. And we just don't defend it, and then, we said at half time, just make sure your concentration's good, don't give anything away. Eventually a bit of quality will win us a game. I thought we were totally dominant, a bit lacking in quality in the final ball, final cross at times. But it's just finding a way of keeping clean sheets, and again, my goalkeepers had not one shot to save the whole game. And a lot of the times, I think, in terms of the ratio of chances we're giving away to goals, we're probably one of the worst in the league, I think.
Yeah, because it was 4 goals, wasn't it, last weekend, but 3 shots on target. Today, I think one shot, 1 goal.
Yeah, we just keep giving away ridiculously soft goals, and when you do that as a team, it gives you a big problem, and we have to stop it. And today it was someone else, and the week before it was someone else. I've just said to the players, we have to find a way of stopping this, because if we don't, we're going to waste a real good opportunity of having a right good season, because it really is a kick in the teeth within games at the moment.
The reason I use the word relief, I guess, is because it's the FA Cup. Funny things happen, and they had something to hold on to, and you're getting into the final 10 minutes, but Marcus pops up with that bit of magic. Yeah,
that's what Marcus, a fantastic goal, and he was finding good space, played a lot more central today, which I wanted him to. One or two things, his last ball, when things were not quite there at times, but then he pops up with a goal. I just felt towards the end of the game, the crosses, especially from the right hand side, we kept hitting the front man, and we just had to be a bit more patient. But it's a game we should be winning, coming away, even if it's just 1-0, comfortable, because our keeper's not a shot to save.
And I guess it's another game, 4 or 5 of them in a row now, where at half time you're far from happy with the performance.
Who said?
Just in terms of that first half, it just didn't really feel like it sort of ever really got going.
But who said I was unhappy with it?
No, I'm just saying, what are you? I know you've said before, against Accrington, the second half was obviously much better, half times.
No, I'd have to watch it back. I thought we were pretty dominant first half. I just felt it was the final ball, final cross. Just the last third, up until then we were good. I thought Burrows played his role very, very well. I thought he had a good game, Our decision to put him in the team, because obviously Boydie was out, and he gave us a balance with the left foot, and I was pleased with his performance.
Yeah, how do you feel that midfield worked? Obviously him and Woodyard in for Knight and Boyd.
I thought they did fine. I thought Woody did fine, no complaints. Knight, he was ill, so Woody came in, and as I say, I explained my decision about H playing. I thought Burrows did well for us, very well.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 17 and looks really comfortable on the ball.
Yeah, he is. He's a good footballer, and I've had to pull him out and then bring him back in, because I like to do that with young players, just to give them a rest mentally. He played in the Youth Cup, so it was pleasing that he came into the team, looked a real part of the first team. He's only 17 years of age, but the boy's got a bright future. I was pleased with him. I was pleased with Woody, 'cause to come into the team so late on, it was only this morning that we knew Knight was going to be out. He didn't let anyone down, but it's just the problem at the moment is just giving these ridiculously soft goals away, and in the final third we need to just start making better decisions, really.
How, with the defensive side of it, how can you manage that? Because as you say, it's individual, it's not one person, it's someone else.
Look, if you think that I'm going to put a session on and say, right, when the ball goes there, pat it back, no, I'm not, obviously.
Yeah, it's one of the...
There's not much I can really say is the answer to that. I can't.
Yeah, it's not a coaching thing, is it?
Not really, and it's different players every week, and listen, I know they're not deliberately making mistakes or meaning to make mistakes, but we have to cut it out, because it is costing us a problem. And today, as you absolutely quite correctly say, it gave them something to hang on to. But in these sort of games, what we did do was we got control of the game. Like I say, in the last third, crosses, final ball was missing at times, but I felt we were totally dominant really from most of the game.
And Josh Knight, you said it was fairly late. What's happened there?
He's just ill. Illness, so toothache, problem with that, and a bit of illness. So he pulled that this morning. He trained yesterday. He was off Thursday, but he came and trained. He thought we'd be okay. But then he's this morning he had hardly no sleep. So this morning I got a call early from the physio. So would he come in?
Yeah, and obviously you restored Frankie Kent to the back line as well. Good game from him, as he's had many of them this season.
Yeah, I mean the decision, it was a difficult one because it was a difficult one on Tuesday because in many ways the game on Tuesday may have suited Frankie more than Benno, you know, in terms of what. But I really felt that after Blackpool, I had to be fair to Benno and give him, you know, put him in. And then today I felt we would have a lot of the ball, you know, and a bit like we did on Tuesday. But the reason for that was I didn't play Benno then after 4 goals being conceded. Probably never going to play him, you know, and I don't think that's right. So I spoke to Benno this morning because I hadn't picked my team till today. We worked on all the stuff anyway, so it was fine. And I just felt that it was a tactical decision in the sense that Frankie would bring the ball out better and build the play up. Yeah, listen, those two, you know, Beavers and Frankie were good.
And after the last 2 games of defeats in League One, happier with today? I know, as you said, you've battered them. I know it's finished 1-1, but you're happier overall on balance? I know still defensive work to do.
Well, I felt, no, defensively, I mean, it's just an individual mistake. I mean, defensively we didn't get caught. It was just that individual mistake from Reedy. But in terms of how I wanted us to play, in terms of the structure and the shape, I was a lot happier today because I felt we looked a lot better. I felt Marcus playing more central caused them problems. The midfield looked less expansive in terms of what I wanted. My fullbacks were a lot higher. I wanted that. So a lot of the stuff we worked on I was pleased with. But when you don't win the game, it sort of deflects it away from that. If we'd have won the game, I just said to them, a lot of the stuff I was really, really pleased with. But we need to win the game. You know, I didn't want a replay. I didn't want an extra game. But we've got one and we're still not through. Yeah, I understand why you're saying relieved, but you know, and in many ways, I don't know, when was it? How long ago? 12 minutes to go or something? Yeah, I suppose in a way, but I'm frustrated because, you know, it's a game we should have won.